Hey readers, and welcome to the first ever book talk video that will be on this channel. And the reason I'm calling this a book talk is because it will not be a review, so to say. It will just be me more or less talking. And as the title will imply, this is the probably long-awaited 50 Shades of Grey thing happening. I have read the entire 50 Shades series, so I will talk about them all. But not in detail, if you like. So a few things that I'd like to address is, yes, I have read romance before. When I was kind of younger, I read one Jackie Collins book, which I did not like. And then my first ever review on this channel was Accidentally Demonic, which is a supernatural romance book. So this is the first romance trilogy that I've read, and I must say that I kind of enjoyed them. I want to really stress the point that I did not enjoy these books because they are romance novels. No, I really enjoyed these books because of the characters, and to some extent, yes, that might be because it is originated from Twilight fanfiction, and it is just like Edward and Bella, that you could take the 50 Shades of Grey entire trilogy, change the names and some few words, and it would be Twilight. It would be Twilight with sex. In a way, yes, that did annoy me a lot, because I felt that it's not really her words. Like, E.L. James did not write this. She had an idea, like a fanfiction idea, and she just took her fanfiction, which featured Edward and Bella and vampirism and sex and everything, and then she put it with Christian and Anastasia and changed it into it being a CEO and the publisher dream girl who I mean, she just changed it. I mean, we still have Anastasia, who is this clumsy girl. Everybody knows that Bella is clumsy. And we have Christian, who is this overprotective psychomaniac. And everybody knows that Edward is an overprotective weirdo. I mean, true. There was a time in and space when I wanted nothing else than my own Edward. Right now, no, I would not want someone like that, because I want to live my own life, and it's just, yeah. The whole thing that Anastasia goes from being a virgin to being a BDSM slave, and who actually kind of enjoys it, is the thing that I get from her. I thought that was really weird, because I don't think in real life you'd shift that fast. Like, you wouldn't, would you? I don't would you? And then there are scenes in the book that just they made me cringe a little bit. I think the first few sex scenes made me cringe a lot. And then after that, it just felt so monotone. It was, why? And then the things that I found really weird is when Christian was doing stuff to her, sexual stuff to her, while they were in the same room as other people. And I'm thinking, are these other people not seeing anything? I mean, let's be real here, guys. Anastasia is really, really attracted to Christian, and there's always this that she is not allowed to scream, because obviously she screams a lot and she makes a lot of noises, and I get the picture that I have of her is that she's not a very good poker face holder. And if I had the guy who I was overly attracted to, and who I think is the like sex god, which is what her subconscious and her inner goddess is painting him out to be, if he was doing anything sexual to me at all, I would not just sit there and have people in the same room think that nothing is happening. You'd squirm at least. And like, wouldn't it show in your face? Somehow. And there is no mention at all that any of the people in this room have any idea what's going on, and I just think it doesn't seem real. I kind of blocked out the sex scenes after like halfway through the first book. That's not the reason why I continued to read. I continued to read because I kind of still enjoyed the characters, as I said in the beginning, which is why I continued to read. And book 2 got really weird. Really weird. And the reason I continued to read book 3 is because I needed to know how weird can E.L. James make it. And weird, and weirder is apparently the answer to that. The writing in 50 Shades of Grey and 50 Shades Darker and 50 Shades Freed are all bad. Like, it's bad writing. Like, I would sit there and, like, mentally correct her. And it does get a little bit better, but by no means, by the third book, is it good. No. No, it's bad. It is bad writing. And there's no escaping the whole thing. Fan fictions are usually, in my opinion, badly written, which is why I don't usually read fan fictions. But I am open-minded. I'm not saying that all fan fictions is bad, but fan fiction that I have read is bad. And they just get worse the more I dig, at least. But by all means, if you have a fan fiction that you think is well written and deserves to be read, link a page or something down in my pants, and I will gladly read it and let you prove me wrong, because I know a lot of people who really enjoy fanfiction, and I kind of right now do not see the point of fanfiction, because I just don't. Will I read romance again? Yes, I probably would. If it was better written than this, yes, I would. There are a few out there that I have been told are good. I know that the Trilogy by Sylvia Day is pretty good. I have a few other like tips from websites that I'm probably gonna check out, but again, when I read a romance novel, I do not read it because it is a romance novel, and that is something that I really want to stress to my viewers, because I'm not that kind of reader. When I read a book, I want to get to know the characters. I want to feel this. I want to feel the way about books that John Green makes me feel, or the way that R.J. Palacio made me feel. Like, I've known these characters. Like, these characters are my friends, or that I want to feel related. Like, I want to be able to relate to the characters. And in this book, in this trilogy, I could not relate to them because it just seemed wrong and unreal. Like, the second book, it's as if the tables kind of turn, which I think is really weird, because if Christian has been doing this for so many years, why would this one girl make him want to change? I mean, obviously, yes, she is apparently the Bella to his Edward, but still, I don't see how that would happen within the time span that they actually know each other. Because when you're reading it might seem like it's gone a few weeks, gone a few months, maybe even years before like the last book, but I mean the first book all takes place within, I think, 2 weeks. That's the first book, is 2 weeks long, and then like the second book is not that much longer, and I think the third book is, I mean, you're only about 3 months into their relationship by book 3, which is so weird. Like the amount of things that happen between those two people versus the time span of the books. Just too fast. My final thoughts on 50 Shades of Grey. It is a good read because of the characters and the actual events, and there are some things in there that kind of pulls the rug out underneath you, but then once you think about it, you can kind of see where in Twilight those scenes are inspired from, and all of a sudden it doesn't seem that weird anymore. But I think the sexual scenes were a bit too much. Sometimes they were a bit too fake for me. I know that a few times I was asking myself, is that even possible? But then again, what do we know? We don't do BDSM, I guess. Yeah. I guess it's fun to be able to read a book and think about, could this be like my lifestyle? I think that is what you want to do when you read a book. You want to live yourself into the book. But this is one of those books that I would not want to live myself into. I would not want a boyfriend like Christian Grey. No matter how sexy he is. Or how smoldering his eyes are, or how fit his body is. I would not be able to deal with the freaky, overprotective psychomaniac part. No. I would not be able to do that. Yeah. Thank you for watching this video. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. We have Christian, who is this overprotective psychomaniac, and